So looking at the scenario, St. Vincent need to do like Grenada, 2 matches, two wins. If it's otherwise, then tomorrow's game is gonna be a cracker.
Well, either way, I believe tomorrow's game is definitely going to be something to look at.
St. Lucia definitely want to come away with a win because they've had a loss already against Grenada. They lost against Grenada this morning, so they would want definitely. That's why they're playing that hard, and this is the fourth quarter.
Well, no call there by the referee. The umpire, that is the umpire.
That one disallowed?
No, there was it looked as if the goal attack for St. Lucia stepped there in her attempt to collect, but it was not called. You heard the crowd. You heard the expression of the crowd. St. Vincent with it. It's now with Davis. Davis goes up and scores.
So they're up to...
It looks like 10.
That's St. Vincent 10.
Vincent 10, and the scoreboard is being blocked, but it's now with the goal shooter of St. Lucia over to her center, finding Maxwell. Maxwell goes up, doesn't make it good. Coming away with it is St. Vincent. Deshong finding Davis. Davis looking and finding Deshong. Back to Davis. Davis trying to find Frederick in the circle. A little too high, a little too long, and goes out of touch.
Yes, and this is where I'm having the problem. The transitioning not too bad, or it could be a little bit smoother, but then we're giving it away when we get into the circle, the attacking circle.
Good. So
we turn it away.
The goalkeeper for St. Vincent doing some good work there, Kiwana Charles. She did play quite well last evening, and she's continuing this evening. It's now with Daniel.
That's better.
Daniel finding Davis, that is. Davis from about half of the distance away from the court.
That's the quarter.
She scores, and the quarter, as similar to the game St. Vincent played last evening, quite close. St. Vincent and the Grenadines up here on 11, St. Lucia 12. St. Lucia leading St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the end of the first quarter. And Justin, as we anticipated, an exciting start to this game, and I do not perceive that there's going to be a very, very large margin between these two teams at the end of the game.
Right, well, this is what competition is all about. This is what's tough. Good sporting competition is made of, but of course, you're listening to the OECS ECCB International Netball Series, and we have exciting action right here on Nice Radio. We take a commercial pause.
CK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% Vincentian. Vincentian Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one, CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Shines, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the second floor, opposite the Financial Complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
For that energy boost drink, Village Rum gives you stamina, Village Rum. Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the extract and the honey goes when. Village Rum is for woman, Village Rum is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, Village rum gives you stamina, na 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 na. Village rum.
Village Ram, not for lambs.
Okay, we are back with you here at the Arnos Sports Complex, Kingstown, St. Vincent, as we continue our coverage of the ECCB OECS International Netball Series. St. Vincent and the Grenadines against St. Lucia, the second game this evening. And we want to remind you that we have accompanying stations with our coverage this evening. Fun City Radio out of the USA, Kankadi Radio Canada, and Success Radio Canada. Justin, at the end of the first quarter, 12 St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 11. Eugene, the goal shooter of St. Lucia, converted 5 of her 6 attempts, while Maxwell had 7 successful attempts of her 10. For St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Fredericks, she had 10 attempts and scored 7, while Davis was perfect, 4 attempts, and they were all good.
All right, and just to let you know, also Roxel, the personnel from ECCB, they also locked on to what we are doing here on Nice Radio, and especially in St. Vincent.
Well, we continue to expand our listenership on this BDS Nice, the only choice as it relates to sports coverage in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, just to say, I would let you off the hook a little with putting Arnosville in Kingstown, but because we're close to the capital,
I'm actually not putting it. It's according to the brochures. It says Kingstown, St. Vincent. So the venue is Arnosville Sports Complex, and we are hosting the capital of St. Vincent is Kingstown. So
which is close by. We're on the outskirts.
Right, definitely. just a stone throw away.
All right, so it's all exciting action here on court and on Nice Radio. A number of persons, many persons are locked on via the Facebook and all of that. The scorer, again, blocking, so we just got to get the scorer to relocate, to realign himself in terms of the scoring. Well, it is second quarter action, and the scoreline now,
still 12-11, St. Lucia on the attack. They are now attacking the airport end, or the former airport end. And that goes out of the rim, goes out of court after bouncing around the rim, that is. St. Vincent with it. It's with Delplesh. Delplesh looking and finding Deschong. Deschong looks across and passes to Daniel. Daniel ill to Fredericks. Fredericks is now going to be awarded a penalty shot. She takes it, and it's 12 goals apiece. 12 all, center pass, St. Lucia. It's with Williams. Williams looking and finding Snyder. Snyder over to her goal shooter Eugene. Eugene trying to find the goal attack. Maxwell gets a penalty pass, gets it back from Snyder. Maxwell goes up. She's now awarded a penalty shot. She goes up with it, makes it good. St. Lucia 13, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 12. Delplesh, she's going to have the center pass for St. Vincent. Finds Daniel. Daniel over to Davis. Davis back to Daniel. Daniel lobs it inside to Frederick. A good pass. Well collected. She goes up. Does not score. But is now awarded a penalty shot again. Here we go. She goes up and converts. 13-13.
Well, they should be able to take it from here.
Well,
given what happened in game 1.
Justin, as I said, I see the St. Lucia team as a fighting unit, and this is one of the teams I think as the competition goes on, they will be getting better.
Well,
in my perception.
Don't forget, we keep saying 8 games. They got to play 8 games, and it's all about managing the fitness level, managing the injuries, and so we'll see how it goes.
Good. This was Frederick. A good pass inside. Gets a shot. Goes up. Scores. St. Vincent takes the lead. 14-13. Center pass. St. Vincent the Grenadines. It's with Delplesh. Delplesh finds Daniel. Daniel over to Davis. Davis trying to find Delplesh, and she is called for stepping. It's with the goalkeeper for St. Lucia, finding her wing defense. Wing defense looks inside, finds Snyder. Wing attack over to Maxwell. Maxwell goes back out to Snyder. Snyder looks around, gets it across to Maxwell. Maxwell out to center, contact against Delplesh. Delplesh is now with the center for St. Lucia into Maxwell. Maxwell has a penalty shot. She converts. It's 14 goals apiece, Justin.
14 alls, and we are in the second quarter action. Just 4 minutes gone in the second quarter, Roxel.
Right, Snyder gets inside to Maxwell for St. Lucia. She goes up and scores. A very good shot there, half away from the rim,
back
and
into
they're
the
back
lead.
into the
St.
lead,
Lucia,
15. It's now with Davis for St. Vincent, finding Daniel. Daniel looks, lobs high into Frederick. She collects, she goes up with a shot and makes it good. 15 all. Ding dong battle so far. After about 20 minutes in the second game, St. Vincent and Grenadines against St. Lucia. Fine, first time for these 2 days. Snyder has mishandled. It wasn't a good pass, I could also say, and so it's St. Vincent coming away with it. It's Deschamps to the goal defense. Back to Deschamps, trying to find Delplesh. Delplesh does not collect. She, however. There's an infringement against St. Lucia. It's now with Delplesh. Delplesh looks, finds.
That should be St. Vincent call.
Yes,
contacted there.
She found Davis, who was contacted, and she now has a penalty shot. She goes up
and scores.
Bubbles around the rim and then scores.
Slightly into the lead, 16-15.
16-15. Delplesh again for St. Vincent. Center pass to Daniel. Across to Davis. Davis is looking around, finding Delplesh. Delplesh into the circle. Back over to Davis. And she is out of court.
Oh, yes, that foot went out. Foot went out there.
Out of court just by a few centimeters, our estimation. Bad pass by the goalkeeper for St. Lucia, but it came off of a Vincentian player. So it's again with the goalkeeper Maturin for St. Lucia. Looks around. Infringement a call against St. Vincent. It's with a goal attack. Maxwell finds Snyder. Snyder looks around, finds our goal wing defense. Back to Maxwell. Maxwell trying to get it to Eugene. Comes off interception. Now the Vincentian team mounting attack with Delplesh. Delplesh looks around, settles, looks across, finds Davis. Davis to Daniel. Daniel over to goal attack against Davis. Yes. So, well done. Good work
done by
Delplesh.
Yes.
Delplesh to Daniel. Daniel to Davis. Davis goes up with a shot.
Not good.
And it's not good.
Distance call there.
Yes, but she has a penalty shot. She takes it and makes it
17.
And Justin, I'm sure you may have noticed that the St. Vincent team is now playing a little bit more settled. They're looking around and making sure that their passes are quite good, and their choices in terms of the percentage pass, in terms of completion of the passes, are good, and that is now making a difference as it relates to their score line.
Yeah, but we got to watch the turnover in the attacking and our attacking third.
Well, there have just been a few. The one there where Davis stepped out of court, that's uncontrollable, and there was one other. But as you said earlier in the first game, we're humans, right?
Oh yes. Contact rule is St. Vincent call.
Yes, so it's with Frederick. She has a penalty shot. She goes up. Does not score, bubbles around the rim. Good work by Maturin.
Davis.
But she was about to go out of court. It's now with William Maturin coming again and doing well. It's now with Frederick. She goes all the way across.
Wrong choice.
Across court, trying to find Delplesh. Looks like Delplesh is coming away with it. As a penalty pass, gets it over to Davis in the circle. Davis goes up, does not convert.
It goes back to what I said slightly earlier. Our conversion got to be important, Roxel. And for the past minute or so, we failed to convert.
Well, and St. Lucia just made a erratic pass there as well. Wing defense trying to find her goal attack. Went way over her head. It's now St. Vincent coming over with it. Goalkeeper to Daniel.
Desperation. That one is a desperation on the part of Daniel.
Yes.
She had no idea who she passed that one to.
So it's St. Lucia. Snyder gets it. She gets a penalty pass inside to Eugene. Eugene looks around and she stepped. Now it's St. Vincent. Goalkeeper coming back to Delplesh. Delplesh looks around, finds Daniel, and the goal defense for St. Lucia. Goal defense for St. Lucia. Nelson, she is limping off. There's going to be a substitution. Well, there are two substitutions.
Double substitution. Wow.
Two substitutions coming in.
Okay, we can't
so
tell
we
you.
have Williams coming out and Nelson coming out. I can't tell you who actually came in, but Williams and Nelson have been replaced as it relates to the positions center and goal defense for St. Lucia.
That's like a rolling substitution there, Roxel.
It looked like it was planned.
It is a rolling substitution.
So it's now with St. Lucia.
You're right. That was planned.
It looked very planned, to be honest.
Yes,
Initially,
because
the first player who asked for the time, she looked as if she was in some difficulty. Then came another player right behind her, and she didn't look like there was anything wrong. So probably a planned substitution as it relates to their game plan for this afternoon.
But you know that is strategizing. There goes Delpes taking a tumbler.
Well, and that contact looked planned as well, Justin.
Because the person she tumbled against is a heavyweight person.
Definitely.
Yeah, and this, let's take in the shot. Good. I want to make a very quick comment. You know, in ice hockey, there's a position that's called the enforcer. This lady who came in for St. Lucia playing center, her job seemed to be the enforcer.
Well, Justin,
do the brutal work.
It could be tactical. You never know.
That's the point I'm making.
It could be tactical.
In the meantime, Marion Fredericks converted. We up to
20. St. Vincent 20, St. Lucia 17. Out of court against St. Vincent, and so it's going to be a throw-in for St. Lucia.
Second quarter action, just about 11 minutes going.
Maturin trying to find her wing defense, does not. There's a tussle for the ball between Deschamps and the wing attack. Goes in favor of St. Lucia. She gets it, passes, and finds that's the goal attack Maxwell for St. Lucia. She is awarded a free pass over to Maxwell, goes up with a shot, does not convert. St. Vincent comes over with it, could not control that pass, the goalkeeper of St. Vincent, and so it's now with St. Lucia. Over to the center to Maxwell. Maxwell is going to be awarded a penalty shot. She goes up and scores. 20-18. St. Lucia 18, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 20, St. Lucia center pass. Over now with the wing attack. Snyder gets a penalty pass, attempts to find Maxwell, and it goes against Snyder, who was offside. Bad pass again by St. Vincent and the Grenadines into Eugene for St. Lucia, trying to find her center. She does. There's a timeout called. And the referee is having a word with Delplesh. For St. Vincent. Now St. Lucia has a penalty pass over to the wing attack Snyder. Snyder finds Maxwell. Maxwell goes up, hits the rim, not rebounded. It's now with Deschamps for St. Vincent. Finding Delplesh to
Daniel.
Davis to Daniel. Daniel attempting to find
give it away.
Davis, and it is taken by St. Lucia. Now with Snyder. Snyder finding a wing defense. Cannot control. Back to the wing defense. The Snyder wing attack. Not a good weighted pass there. Snyder now not settling. Out of
long ball. We start to be losing it coming into the end of this quarter. Looking rather scrappy, rushing the play again, Roxel.
Looking like St. Vincent of the first quarter. And unfortunately, that's not what we did in the earlier part of this second quarter. And so we have again another long, uncontrolled pass. Frederick could not. She's in some pain, probably hitting the fingertips instead of actually getting to her. So Snyder rebounding, doing really well. Good work there for St. Lucia. Infringement called against St. Vincent with the goal defense for St. Lucia, finding Eugene. Eugene finds her center. She's contacted. And so she has a penalty pass over into Maxwell. Maxwell goes up and scores. 2019. I believe the team that settles best over the next 2 quarters is going to be the team that wins this game.
Yes, definitely this can be good, and this is second quarter. It cannot be good.
So it's now with Deschamps for St. Vincent with a penalty pass. Finds Danielle into the circle, getting it to Frederick. She goes up with 21. A shot, and it's good. 21-19. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 21, St. Lucia 19. Center pass for the team from the Helen of the West. St. Lucia finding her goal defense. Goal defense over to Eugene. Eugene trying to find center. She does some good work to keep it in play, but it's collected by Delplesh to Daniel. Daniel looking across and finding Deschamps. Deschamps to Delplesh. Delplesh lobbing it over to Frederick, but good work by Maturin. Out of court interception by St. Lucia. Well, Davis is going to inbound at this time.
Just to remind the listeners that Delplesh is the center, the wiry little center that we have. And Shalissa Davis is a goal attack. And we have Miriam Fredericks in the goal shooting position.
Yes.
Davis goes up, hits the rim, not good. Conversion rate got to be very important in tight games like these.
22-19, and I know Delpech quite well. Justin just graduated from the St. Vincent Community College.
All right.
It's now with Daniel, wing attack for St. Vincent. There's a collision as she attempted to pivot.
There's obstruction right there.
Well, yep. And so it's Daniel over to our goal, the St. Vincent's goal shoot. That is Frederick. She goes up, converts. And this is the biggest lead for the evening. St. Vincent and Grenadines 23, St. Lucia 19. St. Lucia has it with Snyder. Their wing attack.
The quad is going to come to an end.
Wing attack finding their goal attack. Go shoot. Go shoot to center. Trying to find Maxwell. Maxwell to center. Maxwell back. Has it. Goes up with a shot.
Does that count?
Does that count? Is that?
Well, from what we have here, it will be 23-20. Sure, when we come back, you will let us know whether that counted. But that's the situation. 23-20, the second quarter ending, and Roxelle will have the details when we come back. We take a commercial pause.
Enjoy KFC's finger-licking good chicken every day with freshly made breakfast served from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. as low as $5.05. Also, take advantage of our daily value menu deals starting at $5.05 and family feast meal deals for the entire family. Don't miss out on our crazy daily promotions. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at KFC St. Vincent to keep in the know. Can't make it to our restaurant? Call us for delivery. Kingstown 485-6555, Arnosville 456-4122. KFC, it's finger licking good.
It's the inaugural OECS ECCB Netball Series right here in SVG. See the best of Antigua Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines vie for top honors and netball supremacies. Admission $5. Children under 12 free. Look out for daily entertainment and giveaways throughout the tournament. That's the OECS ECCB Netball Series from June 15th to the 21st at the Arnosville Sporting Complex.
Spend all your money, save some. For a rainy day, yes, save some. Save it down by Geku, run come. Bang, Geku, we are safe and sound. At Geku, we put in pay to poverty. You got to join the Geku philosophy. Save until it hurts and you will surely see. Geku will always be there for you and me. So don't spend all your money, save some. For a rainy day, yes, say some. Save it down by Geku, run come. Everybody knows we number one. So let we join Geku today. Let we join Geku. I say the time is now, people. Oh yeah, Geku will help you in every way. I'm going to Geku.
Me too.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets. Legitimate sheet and core sizes. Virgin pulp, no recycled. Soft but not lightweight. Professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vertis, Lilies, Midushi. Excellent Vincentian products.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Want the prizes? Do me one. Set for Life. A brand new house. Set for Life. A brand new car. Set for Life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for Life. Did your day done set? Set for Life. December 28th. Set for Life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for Life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for Life.
And now with ice cold local juices to go with our rich and tasty authentic Vincentian meals made affordable, it's the award-winning Phoenix Kitchen, open 7 days with extended hours on Friday and Saturday. Juices include Marby, lemon lime, passion fruit, bell apple, golden apple, cherry, mango, Marby, linseed, carrot, beetroot, fruit punch, and sea moss. For further information, call 455-1280. That's right, a bigger meal awaits you now with fresh, cold local juices. Phoenix Kitchen. Let the phoenix arise in you.
This summer stage is a must. 584 Alabama Avenue. Listen out for the next date for Summer Stage.
Today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Tomorrow, the Caribbean. Nice Radio. 90.3, 101.3, 96.7 FM.
Yes, back here at the Arnos Vale Sports Complex as we continue our coverage of the ECCB OECS International Netball Series, and we coming compliments all of our local sponsors. ECCB Connect also linked on with us here this evening, and Justin, 23-19, St. Vincent the Grenadines, 23, St. Lucia 19. In that quarter, Eugene from St. Lucia, she scored 1 of her 2 attempts, while Maxwell converted 6 of her 9 attempts. Maxwell the goal attack and Eugene the goal shoot. For St. Vincent, Marian Frederick, the goal shooter, she converted 9 of her 11 attempts, while Shalisa Davis, she had 3 successful shots of her 5 that she took in that quarter.
Okay, and we expect the intensity to ramp up in quarter number 3. This is where both teams will go for the jugular, so to speak, because you don't want to leave it for the last quarter. If it doesn't work, then you'll have to go for it in the last quarter.
Well, this is where St. Lucia mounted a very strong recovery against Grenada yesterday into
this morning.
And then the energy that they expended in the third quarter could not have lasted, for want of a better word, into the fourth quarter. So let's see if the game plan is similar. Let's see if they're gonna push some more in this quarter. For me, I don't see the need. I think they're playing quite well, and the deficit is not as large as it was last evening into this morning against Grenada. So I would probably have them continue playing as they are and make that final push in the last quarter. What say you, Justin?
Well, already I am getting that feeling that this is going to be a very, very interesting campaign, so to speak. All because all of the teams know what they are in it for. International rankings, that's the very, very first thing. And this means a lot. Apart from bragging rights, it means a lot for the international ranking.
Yeah, and the sentiments from all of the teams, the coaching staff and players are similar, because the amount of netball that these teams have been afforded over the last 2, 3, 5 years at this level has been minimal, and so they're really trying to take as much as they possibly can from this opportunity to gather some points.
Sadly speaking, the Caribbean region seem to be the least active when it comes to regions of in terms of international netball. But we hope this tournament, the international series, will spark that resurgence and see these teams in this sub-region even improving on what they had before. Quarter number 3 about to start. There goes the whistle, and we have we're going to be having St. Vincent attacking the western end and St. Lucia the eastern end. Right, here we have already. We see. Oh, this is a turnover for St. Lucia. Yes, in the defensive third here inside center court. I don't think we ever got the 2 substitutes that came in, but here she is. Or for her size, she's very mobile on court as well. The goal attack turns, doesn't shoot. This is St. Lucia in the circle. The goal attack is going up, and she makes it count. That's
Maxwell. So converts a 20th goal for St. Lucia.
They're up to 20. Yes.
St. Lucia on the attack again, out of touch by the goalkeeper. That's Charles for St. Vincent. So it's going to be a throw in for St. Lucia. It's with Snyder. Snyder finds her center, looks around, finds her goal defense, intercepted by Daniel, and an infringement call against Daniel for St. Vincent playing. That's Deschamps playing the wing defense position. Snyder comes away with it. The wing attack for St. Lucia. Looks around, finds her center. Center across. In now to the circle to go shoot Eugene. Eugene back out to Snyder. Snyder looks around and finds her goal attack. Maxwell contact. She gets a penalty shot, goes up and makes it good. 23-21.
So they are coming back. They are coming back. And,
yep.
The thing is, they got to cut down the turnover.
And there's another turnover from St. Vincent Grenadines. Wing defense with it for St. Lucia to her goal defense. Looking and finding Snyder. Wing attack. Back to their wing. Their goal defense. An infringement against St. Vincent. Going and finding Eugene. Eugene now to Maxwell, that is. Maxwell converts. It's all tied up. 23 apiece. Center pass St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are with not Millington. She was replaced. Delplesh finding goal defense trying to find Daniel, and it goes out of court. St. Vincent and Grenadines, a little erratic. Important game here as we continue our coverage of the OECS ECCB International Netball Series. St. Lucia continuing to play well and living up to expectations, Justin, as it relates to the competitivity of this game.
Well, you did call it. You advised me, don't look too far down to Grenada. You got to pay attention to St. Lucia. Let's see how this St. Vincent team would wiggle out of this one.
Good. So it's now with Eugene over to Maxwell. The goal attack for St. Lucia. She goes up. Does not make it good, but rebounded by Eugene. Goes shoot for St. Lucia. Converts. St. Lucia has scored 5 unanswered points in the third quarter. Snyder trying to find Eugene. Back to Snyder. Snyder goes out to her center. Trying to get it in to Eugene, and it's intercepted by St. Vincent. It's now with Deschamps. Deschamps finding Delpech. Delpech to Davis. Davis to Daniel. Daniel lobs it high, and a lovely pass into Frederick. She scores the first attempt for St. Vincent in the third quarter, and we are all locked on 24 as we continue. It's with Daniel for St. Vincent, the wing attack. Wing attack trying to find Davis. An infringement called against St. Lucia. It's now with Deschamps, the wing defense for St. Vincent the Grenadines. Finding Daniel, wing attack. Over to Frederick. Good pass. Frederick is contacted. She's going to get the penalty shot. She goes up and scores. 25-24, St. Vincent and the Grenadines against St. Lucia. Third quarter action. Game 2 of Day 2. OECS ECCB International Netball Series. St. Lucia has it. There's a penalty pass, finding Snyder, the wing attack. Snyder finds Maxwell. Maxwell trying to finds Eugene with a good pass. Eugene goes up, goes around the rim, and eventually goes down. 25-25. Delpech has a center pass, but it's an infringement against St. Lucia. She has a penalty pass to Davis. Davis lobs it across. This time it was not a good pass as Frederick was moving forward and she had to extend and stretch backward to collect that one. Went out of touch, and so it's St. Lucia coming away with it. Not a good pass by the goalkeeper Maturin for St. Lucia, but infringement against center of St. Vincent, Delpech. It's with Maturin for St. Lucia. St. Lucia looks around, finds the goal defense. She cannot collect. She did not have good control of that, and so another turnover. Deschamps for St. Vincent comes away with it, finds Davis, looking for Delpech, and does that. Delpech looks, goes back, finds a goal defense, could not be controlled by Davis, out of court. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, now another turnover. St. Lucia with it. It looks like Maturin, the goalkeeper for St. Lucia, is going to do the inbounding, but there's a timeout. Davis...
Daniel, looks like Daniel is coming out.
Is coming out.
And who's checking in? There's going to be a substitution. So the pace, and in the meantime, there's another player who came on.
Kimisha Antoine.
The wing defense bid.
Right. Kimisha Antoine is going to be in that position playing wing defense.
Sorry, that wing defense should be Deschamps coming out, but let me see.
Wing attack.
Wing attack came out, yeah.
Okay, back here with you. Attempt there, out of court. It goes off the rim. St. Lucia is going to come over with it. Matthew in their goalkeeper, finding their wing defense. Infringement against St. Vincent is with Maturin again, finding their wing defense. Another infringement against St. Vincent against Frederick. This time it's now with Maturin, looking and finding Snyder. Comes off of Snyder, contact against Deschamps, and so St. Lucia is going to get a penalty pass. It's with their goal defense, looking and finding their center. She looks around and gets it to Eugene. Eugene finds Snyder. Snyder looks and gets it across to send the center. It looks like an infringement against St. Vincent. Yes, offside, I presume. And it's now with Maxwell getting a back a pass from Snyder. And she goes up with a shot, scores. That's Maxwell. St. Lucia goes 26, St. Vincent 25. Goal attack to Snyder, the wing attack for St. Lucia. Finding Eugene in the circle. Snyder controls over to Maxwell. Maxwell goes up with a lovely shot. St. Lucia 27, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 25. And this is going to be some excitement this evening as we come down to the end of this third quarter. It's with Davis. Davis finds the center for St. Vincent. That is Delpech. Delpech finding our new wing attack in Antoine. And an infringement against St. Vincent and Grenadines. Again, St. Lucia.
So, Roxelle, we have both sisters on court now. Josiane, the goal defense, and the wing attack, Kimisha.
Correct. And Frederick had a penalty shot. She scored. St. Lucia 27, St. Vincent 26. We have another substitution. Another substitution here. We have Deschamps coming out. Deschamps coming out, and
yes, we now the wing defense.
Millington is now going
Millington,
in.
yes.
Millington is going in place of Deschamps. St. Lucia now, well, they were trying to mount an attack and there was an infringement. Millington over to Antoine. Antoine finding Millington. Millington to Delpech. To Antoine. Antoine looks around. The 3 seconds call against Antoine. St. Lucia's penalty pass to the goal defense. Finding Maxwell or goal attack. Goal attack finds her wing attack. Wing attack looking and trying to find goal shoot Eugene. There is another penalty pass for Snyder, finding a center. Center finding Maxwell, the goal attack for St. Lucia. She goes up with a shot, comes off the rim. St. Vincent, Antoine, goal defense collects. Gets it to Delpech. Delpech to Davis. Davis finding Millington. Millington to Antoine playing the wing at position. There is an infringement in the circle against St. Lucia. Going up with it now is Frederick. Again, another infringement, too close to call. Frederick goes up, and we are all tied on 27. 27 apiece in this, the third quarter of our second game this evening. Antoine trying to find Delpech. She's contacted the center of St. Lucia, that physical personnel that you said, you according to your observation, Justin, for St. Lucia, but the goal defense for St. Lucia putting that one out of touch, intercepting well, is now with St. Vincent. Inbounding is Delpech, the center, trying to find Millington, and it's the first call in my perception against Snyder. St. Vincent got a free pass, a penalty pass, and it went out of touch. Good. So it's now with St. Lucia trying to get to the center, but intercepted by Delpech. She could not control, and it's now going to be a throw-in for St. Lucia. To the goal attack, Maturin. Maturin finding... that's Maxwell finding their center. It's over now to Eugene. Eugene cannot control, but Maxwell rebounded, and it's now out of court. Good work by Delpech, and it's going to be inbounded by St. Lucia with their center, trying to find their wing attack. Snyder. Infringement called against.
Yes, and this is third quarter. We are just 3 minutes out from the whistle, Roxel.
Right, and an infringement called against St. Vincent. It's now with Snyder. Snyder gets it across into the circle to Maxwell. She goes up with a penalty shot eventually and scores 27-28. 28 St. Lucia, 27 St. Vincent and Grenadines. Center pass St. Lucia. With their center, looking and finding their goal defense. She looks across, attempting to find Eugene, who was advancing, but it was intercepted by Davis. Goal defense, no, it's now with Snyder. Snyder is going to take the throw-in. She looks around, finds Maxwell, the goal attack for St. Lucia. She goes back to Snyder, the wing attack for St. Lucia, across into the circle to Eugene. Eugene goes up and converts. 29-27. Again, a ding-dong battle here at the Arnos Sports Complex. St. Vincent the Grenadines against St. Lucia. The Battle of the Saints early in this competition. Interception.
And timeout is called?
Yes, timeout and a warning to Delpech from St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the umpire.
That's umpire Brown.
Okay, and we now have a penalty pass for St. Lucia. Snyder finding Eugene. Eugene looking, lobbing all the way over to Maxwell. Contact against Charles for St. Vincent, the goalkeeper. Maxwell goes up with a penalty shot. Doesn't make it. It's rebounded by the goalkeeper for St. Vincent. It's now with Delpech. Delpech to Antoine. Antoine to Milton. Milton back to Antoine. Antoine looking and finding Davis. Davis across to Frederick. Frederick goes up and scores. 29-27. St. Lucia in the ascendancy. St. Lucia leading by 1 at this point, and they have the center pass. St. Lucia center looking and finding Snyder, the engine room of the St. Lucian team, over to the wing defense, finding Eugene, they go shoot, back to Snyder, Snyder gets it into the circle to Maxwell, Maxwell gets it back from the center, she's going to get a penalty pass, looks around, gets a penalty pass, contact against the goal defense for St. Vincent, Antoine, and it's now with Eugene, they go shoot for St. Lucia, she passes it across to Maxwell, Maxwell goes up and makes it good. 30-28. 30-28 in this, the third quarter of our second game on day 2. Action, OECS, ECCB, International Netball Series.
Anytime now you can hear the whistle for the quarter.
Okay, that's according to our time. The official timer has not yet gotten up. She is actually looking. I can see her going up and down with her head. She's paying attention to the game and also looking at the watch. But the timeout is called. 30-28. Justin Douglas, this is going to be a serious fourth quarter as we try to see a winner. St. Vincent gets a penalty shot. Marianne Frederick goes up and scores 29-30. St. Lucia center pass, finding their goal defense. Across to Eugene. Eugene finding Snyder, does good work. Excellent work from Snyder, but out of court off of Maxwell. And so it's St. Vincent and the Grenadines coming with a throw-in. It's with Kiwana Charles. She finds Antoine playing a goal defensive position to Millington to Antoine in the wing attack position, and it's time. That's the end, Justin Douglas. That's the end of the third quarter.
Yes, the third
30
quarter.
St. Lucia, 29 St. Vincent. Trust me, this is going to be the last 15 minutes is going to be really, really, really exciting. And I'm pleased that we are having a wonderful evening here at the Arnos Sports Complex. Kingston, St. Vincent. Kingston, the capital of St. Vincent.
This is very important for the competition. If we own into day 2 and having this intense rivalry, it means we're going to be in for a blowout as we go later down into the week. So that's the end of the third quarter. St. Lucia leading 30-29 over St. Vincent. We come back in a short while.
TK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% Vincentian. Vincentian Supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Shines, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the second floor, opposite the financial complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum. Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the action and the honey goes when. Village Ram is for woman, Village Ram is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village Rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, Village Rum gives you stamina, Village Rum.
Village Ram, not for lambs.
Enjoy KFC's finger.
Good. So we are back here at the Arnos Sports Complex as we continue to bring you live coverage of the OECS ECCB International Netball Series. And if the excitement of this evening's last game is anything to go by, just as we go into day 2 of the tournament, I can attest that it's definitely going to be some good games coming in the next 4 days of the competition. St. Lucia up at this point with 1 quarter to go. St. Lucia leading 30. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 29. Justin, you want to take it over while I get some data? Justin?
All right, and yes, the action continues, and it's just the second evening of action here at Arnosville. Tomorrow, it continues in the morning, and morning we'll see Dominica versus Grenada. Grenada will be aiming for their 3rd win, hopefully. And Dominica, we're looking for the upset. We're into the final quarter. And tomorrow, there are 3 matches tomorrow, actually. St. Vincent opened their account in the final quarter. Marion Fredericks going 1 up there. So the scores are leveled. Yes, 3 matches tomorrow in the morning at 6 a.m. Dominica versus Grenada. In the afternoon, in the evening, it's Antigua and versus Dominica, back-to-back games for Dominica there, and St. Vincent versus Grenada. That's for tomorrow. But we are now looking we're into the home stretch. Into the home stretch, it is St. Vincent 30, St. Lucia 30, the final quarter. Marion Fredericks has made it 31-30 as the battle continues, and you can hear the support of the home crowd pushing the girls on.
Right, so the information as it relates to the 3rd quarter, we had Maxwell, the goal attack for St. Lucia, scoring 8 of her 11 attempts, while Eugene was perfect, converting all 3 attempts. For St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Frederick had 6 of her 8 attempts being successful, and they did not have an attempt in that quarter. St. Vincent and Grenadines 31, St. Lucia 30. As we have a throw in for St. Lucia, it's with their goal attack. Maxwell finds their goal defense, over to their wing defense, going down laterally with Snyder. Good bounce pass to Eugene, across to Maxwell. Maxwell looks up, tries a shot. It's not good, and it's out of court. And so it's a throw into St. Vincent with Charles. Charles finding their wing defense. Well, there's a change there's a substitution in the wing defense position for St. Vincent, Justin, and we'll have to get that information to you. But rebounding off of one of the St. Lucian players, and it's now Frederick who is going to get a penalty shot, an opportunity to push St. Vincent 2 ahead, and she goes up, does not, well, again, interception. Obstruction, that is, by the goal defense. St. Vincent 32, St. Lucia 30. Center pass, St. Lucia. It's with their center. She looks around, attempted to find the wing defense, but it coming away with the St. Vincent. Davis over to Antoine. Antoine to Davis. Davis is called for a step in, and it's now a turnover. Now with it is goalkeeper for St. Lucia to their goal defense. Goal defense finding the goal attack. Infringement called against Delpech for St. Vincent and Grenadines. Wing defense for the St. Lucia team finding their center. She is infringed. She's contacted. An infringement against her. Snyder gets a free pass into Maxwell. Maxwell goes up and scores. 32-31. 32-31. Okay, St. Vincent Grenadines center pass. It's with Delpech over to Antoine, trying to find Davis, out of touch, out of court by the goal defense of St. Lucia. The wing defense of St. Vincent, the substitution made, we get that name for you. A lob over from Antoine into Frederick. Frederick scores. 33-31. 33-31. Can we see the St. Vincent team piling it on here? But it's with Snyder for St. Lucia. Good pass into the circle to Maxwell. Contact against the goal defense for St. Vincent. Eugene gets it. She is now going to get a penalty shot. She goes up and scores. Eugene makes it 32 for St. Lucia, 33 for St. Vincent. St. Vincent, the Grenadines sent the pass. Delplesh over to Davis. Davis looks around and finds Antoine playing a goal defense position. Good attempt by the Vincentian center Delplesh, but she gives it away. Snyder comes away with it to wing defense. Wing defense to the center for St. Lucia. St. Lucia to Eugene. The goal shoot to their goal defense. Finding Snyder. Snyder is contacted by Delplesh. Snyder gets it and passes it to Eugene. Eugene is now awarded a free shot. She goes up, bubbles off the rim, and there is a call of contact against St. Lucia. It's now with the goalkeeper St. Vincent to the center to the wing defense to Davis over to the center back into Frederick. Makes it 34-32. Center pass to the team from the Helena West, St. Lucia. It's now with Maxwell finds Snyder. Snyder goes and looks around, and she is obstructed, so she gets a penalty pass. It's now with Maxwell. Eugene passes it over to Maxwell. Maxwell goes up and makes it good. 34-33. St. Vincent and Grenadines ahead, and they have the center pass. It's with Delplesh. Delplesh finding Antoine playing the wing attack position. Antoine to goal attack. Davis to Delplesh. Delplesh trying to find Frederick, but coming away with it was Davis. Davis goes up, scores a goal attack for St. Vincent. 35-33. St. Vincent and Grenadines taking the lead. Center pass St. Lucia, and there is an infringement. It's now St. Lucia going to their center. Center finding now Snyder. Good pass into Maxwell. Maxwell is positioning quite well, and she's playing really well this evening, but she has been missing a few shots, and now it's with Eugene. Penalty shot. She goes up, bubbles around, and eventually goes down. 35-34. St. Vincent and the Grenadines against St. Lucia. It's now with St. Vincent. Contact against goal defense for St. Lucia, and so St. Vincent comes away with it to Antoine. Lovely chest pass into Frederick. Frederick collects and scores. 36-34. Ding dong battle here. St. Lucia center with it. She tries to find the goal attack. Goes again. Tries to find the goal attack for on a second occasion, and is intercepted by Davis. She is called for an infringement. It's with the wing defense. Finding Eugene. Eugene to the center. Center trying to find Snyder. Snyder is obstructed. The center is obstructed.
Yes, that's Delplesh.
Yes, by Delplesh. And so it's now with St. Lucia. There's a call against Delplesh again for St. Vincent. Snyder collects. She passes it to the center. Center gets it to Eugene. That's a goal shoot of St. Lucia. She goes up and makes it good. 36-35. Delplesh controls over to Davis against the goal defense. Second time in a row this call has been made. Wing defense for St. Vincent gets it over to Antoine, trying to find Frederick a little too long. She bumps into the pole, but there's an infringement against us, against St. Lucia. So Frederick finally got a penalty shot.
7 minutes remaining from the whistle.
37-36, halfway point. St. Lucia with it. Their wing defense over to Eugene to Maxwell to their center looking around, finding Maxwell, intercepted by Charles for St. Vincent. Coming away with this Delplesh to the wing defense to Antoine, who is playing wing attack. Back to the wing defense, back to Antoine gets it in, a good pass over to Frederick. She does not convert on this time, and so St. Lucia comes away with it. Wow, what an opportunity to go 3 up. St. Lucia with it. Goal defense of St. Lucia with it to her goalkeeper, finding Snyder looking back, finding the goalkeeper. She is obstructed by the wing defense for St. Vincent. Goal defense with it, finding Snyder. Very, very, very good pass. Snyder is actually positioning extremely well here for the St. Lucian team, and definitely one of the better players in this year's tournament. Over to their wing defense, finding Snyder. Good pass. Snyder looks around, goes across into the center, into the circle. Going up with it is Maxwell. Maxwell converts. 35-36. 37-36. St. Vincent leading. Delplesh finding Antoine. Antoine back to Delplesh, the center of St. Vincent. Over to Davis in the circle. Davis goes up with a shot and scores. When the tough gets going, the going gets tough. And it seems like this is happening here this evening, Justin, between these two teams. Snyder collects a bad pass initially by her St. Lucia counterpart. It's with the goal shoot. Eugene Charles contacted her, and so it's going to be Snyder taking a penalty pass. Snyder moves around, looks across, finds a center. Good feint there by the center of St. Lucia, who now gets a penalty pass, goes into Eugene. Eugene goes up, doesn't make it good. Rebounded by Maxwell. Maxwell collects, and there's 38-37. 38-37. It's with Delplesh. Center pass and Vincent to the wing defense. Wing defense finding Antoine playing the wing attack position. To Davis. Davis to Delplesh. Delplesh, a wonderful pass into the circle, under the net to Frederick. Frederick scores, and it's 39-37. We are into the last 5 minutes of this last quarter. Snyder gets it for St. Lucia. She bunks passes inside to Maxwell. Maxwell has a long shot, comes off the rim, and doesn't make it good. She is now called for contact in St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. Charles comes away with it to Delplesh. Delplesh finds Davis playing the goal attack position. Davis to Antoine. A wing, the St. Vincent Grenadines wing defense. Over to Delplesh. She controls, looks around in the circle. Over to Frederick. Frederick gets a penalty shot. She goes up and scores. 40. The lead is now 40-37, and you can hear it in the crowd, Justin Douglas. You can hear it in the crowd as we have this excitement continuing. St. Vincent trying to pull away. With Antoine, long pass into the circle against it. It's a call. Well, that pass wasn't a very good one.
That may have gone outside.
Okay, so St. Lucia comes over with it. It's with the defense, trying to find their goalkeeper. She gets a penalty pass at this time, looking around, find the goal defense of St. Lucia with their center now. She goes across court, finding the wing defense. Wing defense finding goal shooters out of the circle. That's Eugene to the center. Center across to Maxwell. Maxwell is having a very good game for St. Lucia in the circle. She goes up with a shot, doesn't make it. Rebounded by Eugene. Eugene gets it in. Contact called against the St. Vincent Grenadines goal defense. Eugene goes up, scores, and it's now 40-38. Center pass St. Lucia. Now with the goal attack, Maxwell. Maxwell looking, trying to find their goal defense. Infringement against the Delplesh St. Vincent with the center. Center finding Eugene into the circle, right under the net, stepping, call against Maxwell. A turnover there. St. Vincent with it. Delplesh over to the wing defense. Wing defense trying to get it to Antoine, one of the sisters playing the wing attack position, but contact is called against the wing defense for St. Lucia. Timeout. No, it's with the wing defense for St. Vincent, trying to find Davis, but intercepted. It's with Maxwell. Maxwell to the goal defense. Now to Snyder. Snyder find their wing defense. Wing defense to Eugene in the circle, just on the edge. Looks around, finding their center, and trying to get it into the goal attack. Let's see what happens here. Out of touch, out of court, and then infringement against the wing defense for St. Vincent. Bounce pass into Maxwell back out to the center, trying to find Snyder, intercepted by the wing defense. Good work, very good work there by the wing defense of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Snyder has infringed, so it's St. Vincent coming away with a penalty pass to Antoine, wing attack. Trying to find Delplesh. G collects a good pass. Looking around. Finding the goal shoot for St. Vincent. Frederick, I am sure she was contacted there. But I guess advantage ruled. And so St. Vincent goes 41-38. It's well Delplesh. Delplesh for St. Vincent. And infringement against St. Lucia. It's with Antoine playing the wing attack position. Finding Davis, a goal attack. Davis across to Frederick. Positioning better now. St. Vincent goal 4 up. First time for the evening. 42-38. 42-38. Center St. Lucia trying to find Snyder. Contact against the wing defense. For St. Vincent, Snyder to Eugene. Eugene across to the center. She collects, looks around, and she gets a penalty pass into Eugene. Eugene goes up with a shot and makes it good. A good shot. Justin, we are seconds away.
Yes,
we are seconds away. We are seconds away from the end of this game. We are seconds away.
42-39.
Antoine trying a long pass, and that's it.
42-39.
A wonderful game, Justin Douglas.
I don't know if quickly you can get a hold of maybe Marian or maybe the coach who's much quicker available so that we can get this in as part of our responsibility to the main sponsors of the tournament. And so we're holding on for Coach
Vasha Adams.
Vasha Adams,
yes.
To give us a quick view of how the game went for her.
Definitely. Good evening, Vasha. Congratulations on your second win on a trot.
Thank you.
In our estimation at Nice Radio, we saw this game as being a very exciting game from our perception and what we saw from St. Lucia last evening and this morning. Snyder, their wing attack, for me is a very outstanding player. The engine room. What was the difference between both teams this evening, apart from the 3 points that St. Vincent won this game by?
Well, going into the game, we paid close attention to St. Lucia playing last night, so we know their Snyder is one of their powerhouse because she will carry the ball all the way in. So we decided that we would put on one of our strongest defender to take her out with Shani, but that didn't work. So we had to find another alternative, which is we have to make short passes, and every ball they messed up with, we have to score our ball. So that's what happened for us.
When we look at the St. Vincent team in these two games, our first quarter has been a bit shaky. We are rushing, we're not settled, but as the game goes along, we get better in terms of what we want to do and the game plan. What are you going to do as we move forward to try and improve our first quarter performance?
Well, today we try warming up. We try a different type of warm up, right? Because yesterday they claimed that they didn't warm up properly, so we tried different format, and apparently that didn't work as well. So, but we're gonna try on working on ways in which we have to get them warm properly in order so when they start the game, they will have a better first half. Because if you have a good first quarter, then you will have the momentum and the energy to go into the other 3 quarters. So that's something that we definitely have to work on.
You have St. Lucia again. Your team, your group tactical ability is going to come into play there. Then you have Grenada, who is doing quite well. Exciting games to come, you think, in the last 4 days of this competition?
Yes, well, our next game would be tomorrow against Grenada. And we know, we all saw Grenada play and we know what they play like. So we have to make sure that our girls are properly rested, they're properly iced, because we have, a couple of minor injuries that we have to take care of, and we have to come up with a strategy to stop the Grenadian shooters, because they're very experienced and they're very hard to mark, because I played against them. So those are stuff that we have to work on, and me as a coach, I have to come up with a very good strategy to try and stop them.
Well, we look forward to that. This offers well for the tournament. Exciting games, just day 2. And we wish you all the best in the tournament as we continue as of tomorrow. Thank you very much, Adams.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Yes, Justin Douglas, Vasha Adams. I am going to try to get Snyder because I've been impressed with Snyder from St. Lucia, Justin, and see if we could get some word from her.
Yes, so Roxelle John, just going to get, I believe she's also in the Coolong session. You probably may have to get the coach's view at this time.
Yes, I'm actually going to speak to the coach now.
Okay, we're also going to get you the stats, the final stats for the match. Roxelle will get those for you as well. Both teams going through their cool down, as we'd say. We see the captain St. Vincent team, Marian Fredericks, lying all stretched out, just trying to calm herself down. In this match, her body language is giving me the impression that she may not be that well, that satisfied with her performance. The other members of the squad are all standing, but she's still lying on the ground. Vasha Adams now coming to join the standing members, and they're into a little group session. So, Roxelle, are you ready? Down the other end, we have the St. Lucia team still doing their cool down. We're going through their calisthenics, loosening up. It doesn't look as if the coach from St. Lucia want to speak at this time, Roxelle.
Well, I just asked permission to speak to Snyder, so we'll get her in a bit, right?
In a bit.
Yes, but we have the stats of the fourth quarter for St. Lucia. Eugene, she had 7 attempts and she converted 5, while Maxwell also had 7 attempts and scored 4. Marianne Frederick from St. Vincent the Grenadines, 11 attempts and scored 10, while Davis again was perfect. She had 3 attempts and all were successful.
Notably, Fredericks is still lying on the court. Maybe she's crying. I don't think there's anything to do with any injuries. She just psychologically, I think she is probably taking the game hard as a captain. But this is not the time for that. There's going to have to be some serious work on her to get her mentally ready for tomorrow's game against Grenada.
Well, Justin Douglas, remember Coach Adams did say that there are a few niggling injuries. So let's hope for the sake of the competition and the competitivity of the competition, we do not have any serious injuries to these outstanding players.
All right, are you ready with Snyder? All right, we're still waiting as they go through their cool session. I think Snyder is now getting ready to speak to Roxelle John. So
yes.
Over to you.
So we have Snyder, who plays, in our perception, at Nice Radio, an excellent game. We saw you yesterday, and we are of the opinion that you are the engine house of this team. Really good game yesterday.
Roxelle, could you just shift more to your right so that we can get you a little bit clearer?
Okay, fine. Is this better?
Yes,
okay,
quite fine.
That's better there. So I'm with Miss Snyder. Snyder, what's your first name? Roxanne. Justin, Snyder's first name is Roxanne.
Ah, interesting.
Okay, Snyder, Roxelle John from Nice Radio, and we are also connected with ECCB Connect as we bring live coverage of this tournament. Yesterday you had an awesome game. Today you did also do similar. We see you as the engine house of this team. Today you fought all the way through. What was the difference? I know 3 points may seem to be a lot at this point juncture at the end of the game, but what was the difference between you and St. Vincent as opposed to getting a victory this evening?
In the end, it's who wanted it more. Both teams were very hungry, but then they had one team that just had to edge each other out based on fitness as well.
Okay, your players have given a lot. We saw you really pushing. We saw you pushing yesterday in the third quarter. In our perception again, we are thinking that you are one of the teams that would be getting better as the tournament goes along. I'm not sure if that you are of that opinion.
Yes, we are. We do have some newcomers they're very young and they're just starting to gel with the team, but they're giving off their best, and we can see a lot of growth in them. So by the next game, we're just bringing in positive vibes, a lot of energy, and they're meshing with the team, and we're coming with all our skills and excellent plays.
Wonderful. I'm sure you're still hoping to win this tournament. Tactical decisions would be made because you're going to have to play St. Vincent again. You're going to have to play Grenada again. And so you will learn from your previous experiences. You probably have had the two hardest games from our perception early, so you could plan for that. And anything you think right now that you need to do as you look forward to those two games in the next round?
Well, we were hoping to have one in the bag, but we just have to look past this and just come up with some new plays, just review the games, get some feedback from the players, and get some fresh legs from the bench, and everybody just be ready and hungry for the next matches.
All right. Well, we wish you all the best as the competition goes along. We are really, really impressed with you, Maxwell, in the circle, quite well. An all-round good performance by the team during the last games, and we wish you all the best as the competition goes on for the next 4 days.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's Roxanne Snyder, Justin Douglas, the engine house as we see it from Nice Radio, and I think the St. Lucian team is not done.
All right, and thank you very much, Roxel, down on the ground, and of course that's been our broadcast. Well, we're thankful for the one above for keeping the reins away from. Once we got started, there was no threat whatsoever. I'm still seeing Marion Frederick lying on there. She just doesn't want to get up. The impression I'm getting that she's feeling disappointed in herself. But I'm saying, hey, you got to wake up. There are other matches to go. This is just your second one. But we want to thank all of you who have been.
Justin, not to cut you, but I think it's a little more than that. She actually has an ice pack on her back.
Okay,
it
maybe a back problem, back spasm.
Probably back spasm, back strain or something to that effect. So we hope it's nothing too serious as we go into the next round of matches.
Okay, so we're going to sign off. And of course, we were live also on ECCB Connect and all of the other radio station that would have linked in with us. We really appreciate you being with us, and do join us again tomorrow. We'll have the morning's fixture, Grenada and Dominica, and then 2 more matches in the afternoon session. So Justin Douglas passing it back to Master Control as we say goodbye from Mannesville.
PK Grace and Company is the number one supermarket, 100% Vincent supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one, CK Grace and Company, and we are Vincent Shines, a supermarket for you and me.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis.